Welcome back, everybody, to another Flipping Tables. My name is Sean.
And I am Tico.
And today we're going to look at a game we got a while back that we finally got a chance to sit down and play. It's called Ogre Cheerleaders. It's a little card game. There's a
tiny box.
Just a tiny little card game box. Ogre Cheerleaders. It's a bit of a like a rummy kind of game. You're collecting similar cards, sets.
Yeah.
You're collecting sets, and you're trying to get as many sets as you can, and the value on the cards is your score. So the basic gameplay is here. You can see the cards. There's other cards 1 through 10.
Yep.
And there's 4 different suits, just like any kind of game. But the suits are interesting. We've got the onion suit. We've got the rainbow unicorn suit. We've got the spiky club suit. And the three-headed alien suit.
Three-eyed alien.
Three-eyed. Yeah, those are eyes, not heads. Three-eyed alien suit.
One-headed, 3 eyes.
Yes. Those are the suits. They're all cheerleaders.
Yes.
That's what they, if you look at some of the cards close enough, you can see that they are funny ogre cheerleaders. The basic gameplay, let's go through a really quick hand of how this works. All right, so we'll throw these at the bottom of the deck. Tico, why don't you be first player?
I'll be first player.
So first player gets this card here. It stays with them. That way you know at the end of the game which player ends last. Basically, it's the person
Everybody gets
who's
the same
not,
amount of turn, so that way you know who the first players. That means if the end conditions are met, everybody else would get one more turn. Past the first player.
That's right. So we're going to deal out, each player gets 4 cards, so I'll deal out 4 cards each. And then we have a bench card that goes up at the top. We usually put it sideways. And
1 card on the bench.
4 cards out on what they call the play field. And 1 card on the bench. And then you have the draw pile over here.
Yeah.
Okay. So we each look at our set of cards. Obviously privately. We'll throw that off to the side just so you know that you're first player.
We know I'm first player.
Now, Tico, you're going to go first, and each of these cards have different instructions on them. What happens when you play the card? So number 4 says pick up any other card on the field and put it in your hand. So I would play this card on either end of the field. I can play it on the left side, I can play it on the right side, and then I do what the card says on the instructions. Other cards may tell you to remove a card from the playfield. Others may be shuffle all the cards on the playfield and put them back down. It is about playing cards on the field, following the instructions so that you gain either cards that are straights like a 6, 7, 8 in a row, 2 values that are the same. And if you get those, you can take those cards off the playfield and put them in your score pile. That's your score pile. Another way to win would be the same suit. So 3 or more cards of the same suit beside each other after you have played onto the playfield.
And resolve the text of the card.
Exactly. So Tico, why don't you play one hand? We'll play 2 hands real quick.
All right.
We have 2 onions beside each other here.
Yep.
We have a rainbow unicorn, and we have the three-eyed alien. Those are the suits that are on the table. We have a 6, a 7, 6, and a 9. So 6, 7. So there are ways you can say you'll put a card anywhere on the playfield. So if you had an 8, you could put it in between these 2 cards, and you'd have a straight. So what do you have?
I'm going to play the 7. So I'm going to play that on this side here, and the text on that is play the card from the top of the deck as if it was played from my hand. So it means I get to draw and play this as if I had just...
So you drew a 6, which is choose a random card from your opponent's hand and play it... Oh wait, does it say... It says play. As if you are playing it from your hand. So you get to play 2 more cards, so you get to choose one of my cards.
There's a differentiating between play and join. Join just means you put it on and you don't take the action on there. Play means you actually get to play the actions. So I'm going to grab this. And I get to now play.
You get to play that 9.
I get to play this 9 too. So this is going to be fun. So this is shuffle all the cards on the field, including this one, and lay them back down in a random order. So drop that there. They all come back in and get shuffled up very, very quickly.
Very quickly.
Very quickly. So we're going to place that there, that there.
2 9s in a row, Tico.
Yeah. And you play them out however you want to play them on the thing. You can't look at them as to where they're going. Let's go this side.
All right.
So
now you have to resolve your play,
So you're
and that is
scoring.
looking for what you can score. So in this case, you've got 2 9s,
Yep.
and I think that's all you've got.
Yeah, and so the interesting thing is you have to watch how you fill these. So if I were to grab these, and say, for example, these had come out like this. If I grab these now all come back together. Now I would be able to score those 6s as well.
That's right.
And then the 7s. But because they didn't, Sean will actually get a chance at those. So those go into my scoring pile right here. I draw back up my hand to 4.
And now it's my turn.
And now it's Sean's.
I don't have 4 cards in my hand, so I'm going to fill it back up to 4. And now I have to choose what I have. So, okay. I got shuffle all the cards. I can, you know what? I'm going to choose this card. Bench any other card on the field. I'm going to play it over here. And I am actually going to bench. I'm going to bench the 6.
Good call.
Which then brings the 2 7s beside each other, allowing me to take those cards and score them in my score
Now
pile.
what Sean should have done was taken the 5, 6, 7 instead of the 2 7s.
And then these 2 cards move together, and my turn is now over, and I fill up my hand.
Yeah.
And play basically continues around like that. It is a two-ish players.
2.
And so it's basically designed for 2 players, but you can bring in more players if you want. It only takes 5-10 minutes to play. It's a lot of fun.
And you kind of, one of the things that we didn't mention too is if you are able to clear all the cards off of the tableau during your turn,
You get a bonus turn.
you refill it, and you then get 1 bonus turn. So you can actually rock up some pretty quick points.
You can rock up some points. You can also rack them up.
No, you rock them.
So yeah, as Tico mentioned, if for whatever reason I was able to take all these cards into my score pile, we would then fill this up with 4 more cards, and I would then get the opportunity to play another card and hopefully take more points into my hand. But that would be the end of my turn at that point.
Right.
So yeah, that really easy game to play. It's kind of fun. I mean, it's an interesting take on sort of that suit taking mechanic, you know, like any other. Name any other typical playing card game, like your real playing cards, where you're taking suits or straights and it's that sort of thing.
Yeah,
but,
I like the aspect where you can try to grab something out to draw 2 cards together to sort of hit that combo almost.
Yeah, it's affecting the play field to get what you need in order to get the points you need.
Yeah. Fun game, small little box. A few of the things that I would have liked to have seen changed. The text is pretty small, and it is only on one side. So if you're playing across from each other, you're reading upside down, and it's not a lot of text, but it's a fair amount of text.
Yeah, it would be nice if that text on the card was also on the reverse side.
Yeah.
So as you're playing head to head, you can both read it just easy. I mean, most people can read upside down, I would think, but I agree. It would have been nice to see the text on the top as well as the bottom, because everything else is reversed. The suit and the number is reversed. So yeah, I mean, that's a small complaint, but
it's fun for a small box game. Easy to toss in your pocket and just bring along with you on a trip or something like that. Fun game.
Ogre Cheerleaders.
Oh,